All right, well, that was interesting. So it turns out that the statue of Robert E. Lee at Antietam is completely inaccurate. So, good morning, Internet. It is about 7:15 or so. We're on day 2, and I'm sitting up here in the beautiful Shenandoah National Forest. Last night it was so peaceful, so quiet. The stars were unbelievable up here in the mountains. No clouds in the sky. So now we're gonna make ourselves some breakfast. Yesterday's ride was just amazing. Just peaceful, not too strenuous. About 250 miles, which is just a nice little calm pace to take. So I stopped a bunch of times, got to see some sights, which was cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So now I'm gonna make myself some coffee and some breakfast, and gotta see what I have in the goodie bag for breakfast, but I can't even think yet without my coffee. So we'll start with that. Yesterday had the coolest experience on a motorcycle. So I pulled over, and while I'm sitting there, there's a little landscaping company. A guy comes out and asks me, if I'm okay, and then he asked me. He brought me an ice cold bottle of water. It was 96 degrees outside, and that was the perfect experience right there. Just one person being nice to another person. Okay, so yesterday, right, we started out about here. Let's see, we were a little bit to the side of Roanoke, so we were about here. Right, 81. Here's 81. So we kind of parallel 81, and we went from here, and we followed this road up to here, and then we kind of came over this way. Oh my God, we went all the way, followed this all the way, and we went here. Today's route's going to start here. We're going to wind up through here and end up over here, somewhere near Hershey, Pennsylvania. Alright, that was weird. Stopped at a local fruit stand and didn't have any fruit. Well, they had some, but you couldn't buy like a bunch of it. So I'm going to see if I can really use a piece of fruit, something nice. And it's hot out. Looks like might get a little bit of rain here. I hope not, but I'm gonna keep looking. It was worth a shot. I'm gonna try it again. Driving, and I saw signs for Antietam Battlefield right near where I was, 12 minutes out of the way. So let's go check it out. We're gonna walk up to the visitor center, see what we can find. militia that fought and died here on these grounds. So it's pretty interesting that you would have here in Maryland have monuments from all over the place. And if you look around, I mean, the whole Virginia, Maryland, DC area, like every corner has a monument or a stone or a sign celebrating, you know, or recognizing or remembering great battles or people or events that happened, shaped American history. So it's really a cool place to go and just see these little things pop out of nowhere. And every time you see a field down here, you kind of start to realize, like, any one of these fields probably had battles on them throughout the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. You know, it's really nice to see history preserved like this. And you know, regardless, winners, losers, regardless your political affiliation, to see history preserved in a way where you can go experience it where it happened, and you can see how these people were honored and how they're remembered. And like I said, it's humbling. It's very awesome to see. All right, well, that was interesting. So it turns out that the statue of Robert E. Lee at Antietam is completely inaccurate. It's on the Union side of the line, a point where Lee never got to. It depicts him on a horse when, at that time, he had his wrist bandaged and he was driven around in an ambulance. It was only built in 2003, and the wording that's on the statue is inaccurate. It was written by the local millionaire who paid for the statue to be erected. So that's kind of interesting that, oh, and it's covered in spray paint right now and they're trying to restore it. So they say it's very problematic for them. I can understand why. It makes a lot more sense as to why people would attack that statue. It's unfortunate that we don't have a statue of him at his headquarters as he was, or perhaps as he was at the beginning of the battle, not driven around on an ambulance, ridden on a horse, that kind of thing. But it's cool. The Battle of Antietam is what prompted the Emancipation Proclamation by Abraham Lincoln. So look, you learn something new every day, right? Hope you guys enjoyed this little detour. All right, guys, it's the end of another long day. We did about 200 miles today, but we had some cool stops. We got into Antietam, and then, you know, when I was driving back from Antietam to the campsite, I actually passed right through Gettysburg, which was cool. I've been there before, but it was always nice to see it. It's a beautiful little town, and just a really nice ride. I mean, just a beautiful country. So so now that we're up here, we're in Pennsylvania. South central Pennsylvania. We'll be here today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's a really light day, so I'm not looking forward to any problems, although they are calling for rain. Let's hope they don't do that. So I'm gonna take a shower and hit the rack. So I hope you liked this. If you did, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon down there so you guys know when I put out new stuff, which will be next Friday. Always next Friday. So anyway, have a good night.